Hi Kate, this is Paul from Riverside Trailers. I hope the following little video helps, but as ever, any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. So we talked about windows. This is the Portax LK, so this is the long version with a front ramp. The front ramp's on the other side, obviously. In the long version, you get two side windows each side. In the short version, you only get one. But what we find works well is it's an optional extra, and I will put it in your quote. It's this window here, because when you're traveling, because it's on an angle, just having that there open, and the wind tends to go in at an angle and give a good amount of ventilation. Carrying on the ventilation front, roof vent on the top, and also the rear pull down flap. If we're doing motorway travel, we like to travel with it down. You know, it's like you get the Arctic with the big lights right behind you. But it has got a little mesh screen in the bottom of it, and you can close that off or have it pinned as is, or obviously you can travel with it fully open. As we come inside the trailer, tack lockers in these, swing around tack locker, sorry, one-handed here, and they push back in place with your tack in and come down like that. Sturdy door on the outside of it. I will say that the tack option at tack locker is a standard option, but the trailer can be supplied without it, and it is a cost deduction. Right, inside the trailer, breeching bar assemblies, all quick release from the outside, but reinforced in the middle as well. And then you have a very easy method of dropping the breeching bar in and out, so no pins required on it whatsoever, and they just come straight back in like that. Right, okay, I'm just going to pause it and we'll go for a little walk around. Okay, onto the front ramp. As I said when we chatted, Bockmann purposely made them a lot longer and a narrower opening, so that's the front ramp. But as we go inside the trailer, I'm just going to swing it round. So this is what I say, some people, if they've got one horse that backs out fine, they then just use this side. Obviously when you push the partition over, you get quite a lot of space to get out down the ramp. As I said, this is a long version, so obviously with your limited access, we'd be looking at the standard length version. Now, the standard length version, you lose this panel from here to here, so it makes it about 60 centimetres shorter. So then that means it's probably fractionally longer than a Ivor Williams 511. One of the things with the Bockmann, they do put quite a long A-frame on the front. So in doing that, it means that you can get a very good turning lock without actually jackknifing into the frame. Most people's frames sort of come out a lot wider at this point. This is the newer version. They came out in 2022, and I would advise that you'd go for a newer model rather than the old model. The windows are slightly different. We'll chat about that on the phone at some point, I'm sure. The other thing is they are a little bit higher inside the trailer, probably 5 or 6 centimetres, and they're actually longer in this area without the chassis being any longer. So they've just tried to utilise all the space, and it does make the tack locker a little bit bigger. Okay, this one's got the alloy wheels, so we know we've spoken about steel wheels, like alloy wheels. What I will do is just go underneath, because I talked about the way the suspension is built. So if you looked under your Chevelle, you'd find all this would be box welded sections rather than a pressing. So done by an automotive designer to automotive standards. What can I say? Chassis, 4 main chassis rails. Floors put in left to right on it, so it's all supported on 4 chassis rails. And where your horse actually stands, you'll see it's a closed profile on the aluminium, just to give it even more strength. Okay, getting old here. These form as your tie points on the outside of the trailer, but they're also the emergency drop away points for the breeching bar assemblies. One of the things with Bockmann with these is if you were to look inside this plank here, it's not hollow, it's solid. which means we've seen either where they don't put any reinforcing in and the horse goes over and it pulls the aluminium. We put a great big piece in here that's solid, which gives us a load of support. Back of the trailer, so we've mentioned the pull down, the flat that you can travel with like that, or you can travel with it closed down in that position. That flat, I'm sure you're very familiar with this, just rolls up. Yeah, LED lighting, blue or selectable white blue. Obviously these days to be legal you've got to be blue at night. Rear ramp construction. So again, it's the aluminium that's just not dropped together, it's a pressed together fit in the aluminium. The catch is bolted on rather than pot riveted, and then 4 very, very sturdy pieces of steel to reinforce it all. Also opens as a barn door just by releasing the bottom bolt on this side and swinging it open. It's very well balanced as far as easy to get up and down. So drops down very easily indeed. I'll just ping it back up. I'll think about it. I'll show it as a separate line item on your quote, your option, but we do like to have the high level brake light fitted as well, just for a little bit of extra visibility when your brakes go on. But so I'll break any of the extras down as optional items. I think I'm about there. So yeah, so yours would be a Portax K. I'll probably just drop you a quick WhatsApp message or so, just some idea on some of the minor things like colours and bits and pieces, just so that when I do the configuration I get it all right. I will say on the colour side of it, the darker colours people seem to like for the aesthetics. Who knows, maybe a silver roof keeps things a little bit cooler, but in fairness, with the amount of ventilation that's going in these days, we've actually found it really makes very little difference. So I'll just send you a WhatsApp of some of the selection of colours and bits and pieces like that. Anyway, Kate, look, I hope that's been helpful. So you know where we are, and I'll post this. It's going to be a YouTube, but I'll do it as a private link for yourself. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Cheers, mate.